My dear and lovely Capricorns, this is your horoscope for June 2024. Look, where am I right now? I'm in Cyprus, sunny Cyprus. My summer has already started. I thought of, recording for you from the beach so that, with the view of this beautiful sea, Mediterranean, and that you might meditate, you might be thinking about your deepest wishes while listening for your horoscope for month of June, my dear Capricorns. Now, June will start, and I hope that you will enjoy this view and the sound of these waves. Now, June will start with Mercury, planet of communication and signing contracts. Going into your sixth house, activating this house of work and health. Many planets, well, a few of them will go into this area of life, so that you will make you quite busy about your work, about your career aspirations, about your next step, new position. And it might be a new position, new promotion, or some work related changes, at your current company. It might be, for some of you, it might be about your health. For example, some health checkups. Your doctor might, call you and tell you, hey, it's time for your annual checkup, my dear Capricorns. Or it might be your analysis, will bring results. You might hear from them. Or, in general, there is a huge emphasis on your work-related area of your life, what you do day to day. It's a daily life area. Sixth house is also a house, of routine and schedule, what we do every day, and the same things usually. And it's also, of course, about health, as I said, and this emphasis will be until mid of June. And it seems like you will be busy signing contracts at work, or it might be quite a lot of communication and messaging back and forth, a lot of papers to deal with at work as well. Or you might hear from some new job positions, or from your kind of old colleagues, previous colleagues, or current ones. And for the most of June, Jupiter, a planet of happiness and luck, this is our biggest angel in astrology, that showers us with gifts for nothing. It won't ask you anything in return. It will just shower you with all sorts of abundance and happiness. And that Jupiter is newly found in your exactly this sector of life. The part where I just mentioned, that is all about your work, all about your daily responsibilities, schedule, and your health, sixth house. And for most part of June, this Jupiter from your house of work and health will make amazing friendship with Pluto, planet of transformation, that is transiting your house of money, earning income, like income house, the money that comes to you through your own abilities, through your own earning skills. And it's an amazing support, like this kind of support from those two planets. It's some sort of a background play for the most part of June. So it seems like universe will be supporting your initiatives of applying for new positions, or searching for new job opportunities, or even bringing few interviews your way, my dear Capricorns. You might be getting some interview invitations, or even some job offers already. Because why am I saying that? Because Neptune, the third planet of magic and imagination, that is situated in your house of signing contracts and communication, will make amazing angle to those two planets, Jupiter and Pluto, meaning these three planets, this trio, will deliver your wish for a new job opportunity, or even to actually accept new job offer or it might be some communication starting. Either it's a beginning of that collaboration, or already you're gonna set the terms and sign the contract, my dear Capricorns. For the most part of June, it might happen. Now, 6th of June, we have new moon, and new moons are all about new beginnings. Some people ask me, we had new moon last month, and this month we have another new moon. Every month we get one new moon and one full moon. It depends. Sometimes we might get even two new moons or two full moons in a month, but never at the same time, 2 new moons and like 4 of them, 2 full moons, but it could be just per month. We usually get 1 new moon and 1 full moon. That's how moon is fastly growing, and renewing itself. And that's the opportunity for us too, to renew ourselves. Now, this month new moon will happen on 6th of June, and new moons are all about new beginnings, new stories, new chapters. Something's new beginning in your life, and exactly it is happening in the same part of that chart that is rules your work house of health that I mentioned, and it seems like there is a new moon, and it seems like there is a job offer on the table. There is a new promotion, or there is a some sort of maybe new colleague or new manager or new boss. Some sort of new thing is happening at your current company, at the place you work right now, because that new moon is also conjunct Venus, and it seems like it might be related to a female colleague or a female manager, or actually the place where you are aiming to might involve a female person. And like, let's say at your new job, or at your current place, in your new department or new division, let's say. So, but that new moon, will be met by harsh angle from Saturn, planet of restrictions, planet of limitations. And Saturn is also a planet of age and time. It's a no-joke planet, and it's your ruler, my dear Capricorns. You are the best friends with Saturn. That planet rules your sign. That's why I say it's your ruler. Each sign has their own ruling planet, and your ruler is that infamous Saturn, our strict teacher of our universe. Saturn loves when everything is, according to rules. Now, Saturn, your ruler, will make harsh angle to that new moon with Venus from your house of contracts. Whatever terms, you might be accepting a new job position or a new job kind of situation change, or new job offer. The terms of that contract and conditions might be very, very strict, might be very, very, I would suggest you to really go through those conditions and contract terms, so that you will know for what you're signing up, and really go through the details. And because Saturn is exactly in your third house, and it might suggest that it's, from one point of view, it's nice that everything will be detailed, everything will be in that contract will be according to rules. But the point here is that you just might think for yourself, are you really want to work in such a company where there is strict rules and strict kind of conditions, and it might impose you some additional also responsibilities? It will, this job, it seems like, or whatever is your situation or position or promotion, it might come with a lot of responsibilities, heavy responsibilities. And for you guys, I would really suggest to wait and to actually give a second thought around that. Now, this news might come for some of you guys, and for others, it might be about health, my dear Capricorns. And at this new moon, I think, you might, if you, let's say, discover that something is bothering you around your health, about your health, or some issue or some problem, I suggest you to go for a checkup. And most important, do the checkup with, let's say, try to choose a doctor which is more, I would say, young but experienced, and try to go to those kind of specialists, like modern kind of specialists, because here Saturn is, indicating that it might be, you might encounter a person whose views might be conservative, whose views might be kind of old-timer, and it might not go well, that, encounter, let's say, if it's about your health, or it might be actually related to your siblings' health. If you have a brother or sister, or let's say if you don't have, then it might be about your neighbors or relatives' health situation, some sort of news coming up around this new moon. And I would like to also mention about that work situation. For some of you, it might be, as simple as transportation issue. For example, let's say you're accepting a promotion, but at the same time you realize that the office where might be going, it might be somewhere a bit further than you live, and you might kind of travel long hours, and it might not be so how to say, welcomed by you. It might not be so comfortable and convenient for some of you, or some of you might be also, if you kind of accept the offer or a promotion, it might come with sort of training for that promotion, and for that a job offer you might need to go through a short-term kind of training, and take up some courses to learn some things, upgrade your skills so that you will totally fit that position. And it might a bit give you some also it might time consuming for you in terms of how soon you can get into that position. And for some of you, it might be a job offer or a position that comes with frequent travels that you won't be happy about too. That you will need to be on the move all the time or travel somewhere all the time. You might not also like it somehow. Now, by this new moon, some of you might actually become maybe aunt or uncle, because Saturn, considering that Saturn is a third house ruled by your siblings, let's say, it might be that it will give you new kind of responsibilities in the face of being uncle or auntie for a newborn baby of your sister or brother. It might also actually manifest quite literally this way, this new moon. But you guys are, quite responsible sign of the zodiac. So for you guys, it might not be any issue actually. I'm not worried about that for you guys, about that new moon. Now, let's move to next half of June. Second half of June will be better, will be much funnier, let's say, for you, my fun-loving Capricorn, especially those of you, because on 9th of June, Mars will move into your house of true love and house of dating, house of love for life and love for yourself. And it's also house of business and house of children, fifth house. Now, when Mars moves into that house, it will, fuel your desire, because Mars is our desire, our actions, our efforts, our drive to, in romance kind of, will make you a flirty mood, especially those of you who are single. And even if you're not single, then you might be very, very in a romantic mood with your partner, let's say. And for some of you, it might be about kids. You might get quite busy on your fertility journey for some of you. And for some of you, it might be about business owning. Some of you might start actually let's say opening your business, getting busy around your business, or if you have already established business, maybe trying to expand it. And especially also it's related to those who are in the creative areas, like actors, dancers, singers. For you guys, you might get busy around 9th of June, but right after Mars enters that fun loving house, fifth house, on 11th of June, and for the some part of June, it will square Pluto, meaning will be in disagreement with Pluto. That is transiting your house of income and house of money that you earn. But here I feel like most like on a sense of spirituality and emotional kind of picture, it seems like you might be enjoying life and loving life, but at the same time your values might be shifting, because Pluto and Mars, it's in disagreement aspect, it's a bit of a explosive aspect. It should it's not like necessarily it will manifest in that way. For most of people it will, but for some of you guys it won't be that way. It might be quite productive aspect, especially for business owners. Stay with me, I will tell you how it literally could manifest. So coming back to this spiritual manifestation, kind of emotional kind of picture, that for example, if you're seems like you want to enjoy your life, you are happy with your life and you're content with your life, but at the same time squaring Pluto, your values are shifting. It might be that It might be also quite literally be related to money or your values. Even if you would want to, like, let's say, go out and party and have fun, but it seems like you will be more valuing right now something else in life. Prioritizing. Your priorities are shifting. Second house is all about priorities and what we value in life, whether it's a family or health or career or anything else, or partying. But here it seems like a bit of a conflicting interests. And in literal sense, especially for business owners, my dear business owners, Capricorns, it seems like there might be some issue of money, of income, of how much you get from that business of yours. But don't worry, it's just June this way. July will be much better month, and have faith and don't give up, my dear Capricorns. It's just this kind of transit, but let me tell you, all transits pass. Now, second half of June, as I said, will be much funnier also. On 17th of June, Venus, planet of love and beauty, together with Mercury, planet of communication and signing contracts, will move into your house of marriage, into your house of committed relationships. Either it's in business or in love. If it's love, then it's all about our husband or wife, or it's about your long-term partners if you're not married. But it's about long-term partners, not the ones that you dating recently, let's say. And if it's business, then it's about your business partners. Now, Venus and Mercury, when Venus is in the seventh house, we all love that, because we kind of attention magnet for other people. And in terms of and the intentions will be on a serious note. It won't be such a flirty thing, but it will be for the longer haul, let's say, to stay. And Venus in a seventh house, if you're already married, will make your marriage life sweeter, more romantic. It's amazing time, and it starts on 17th of June, my dear Capricorns, for you. Double kind of a pleasure with your husband or wife or your business partnerships. On 20th of June, Sun will follow those two, Venus and Mercury, into your seventh house, bringing your whole attention to that part of your life, what kind of partner you want, what kind of, if you're married, what you want from your marriage, how happy you are, how satisfied you are, and etc. All these topics. And on 20th of June, we have summer solstice, like the longest day of the year to enjoy and to manifest. Astrologers of the ancient, they used usually those days to do something productive. So I would advise you also to take care of yourself, maybe to take a day off and to meditate, to try to manifest all that you want in the current life, my dear Capricorns. And June will finish up by full moon on 22nd of June in your first house, my dear Capricorns. In your sign, we have full moon. Now, full moons are all about conclusions, or they just put into some situation or event or person a light, big projector kind of light, so that your attention will shift exactly to that situation or person or an event. Or it's all about endings. Usually it brings some sort of situation that was already there in your life to logical conclusion. Now, this full moon is in your sign, my dear Capricorn. Some part of your life is kind of culminating. It's coming to an end. Some things for you might become clear, at this full moon, because full moon, as I said, is like a big light, and it makes everything clear around. But to that full moon, we have Neptune, who will make a square. And Neptune is the planet of magic and imagination, but it's also planet of illusions and delusions. And Neptune is also related with fog, in astrology. Whatever Neptune touches, it usually makes it unclear, makes it foggy. And by this full moon, Neptune will be making harsh angle to that full moon from your house of communication and house of signing contracts. And it seems like and Neptune is also courage, house right now. It's transiting. So third house is the house of courage, where we are brave at. When it comes to third house, that's where our bravery is there. So it seems like you might be deciding something for yourself finally. You might be cutting for yourself some parts of your life or some people from your life at this full moon that don't serve you anymore, let's say. or it might be related to your siblings or neighbors or relatives, because it's a third house related. And it might be this full moon might be not so much, let's say, dramatic. It might be as simple as you will finish some courses, especially like driving courses, or let's say you might be selling your car or buying a car. But if you're buying a car or selling it, I really advise you to make sure that all the conditions are clear, because Neptune, as I said, making the situation foggy, nothing to be comprehensible. So better to double check, especially with your lawyers and financial advisors, if you have such people around. If don't, at least someone who is in position to give you valuable advice on your deal. Now, for some of you, it might be just a short distance travel. You might travel somewhere very near, not far, around this full moon, my dear Capricorns. And at this full moon, if something will not be so if something will be confusing, Pluto will try to help you out. Pluto is the planet of transformation, and Pluto is transiting your house of money, house of income, and Pluto will be making amazing aspect to that foggy planet Neptune that is making everything unclear with this full moon. And Pluto will try to give you as much as detailed information as possible, so you will you will see the clear situation. And if you have some papers to sign around this full moon, and it seems like you will have some papers to sign, no matter whether it's related job or it's related to your siblings, or that car, or transportation, sell or buy, it seems like Pluto will try to help you out with the details. Will try to lessen a bit Neptune's influence on that confusing details, my dear Capricorns. Now, this was your horoscope for June. I wish you amazing June, and don't forget to check your rising sign and moon sign, because they are equally important, and you will get much bigger picture, fuller picture of the month. You will be armed and aware how to deal with the month ahead, my dear Capricorns. Stay tuned for July. Love you all. Bye bye.